Welcome everybody. We're going to be doing a brand new playthrough of Schedule 1 with the hopes that by the time we get to endgame the Shrooms update is out and we can continue directly on into that to check it out. I haven't made a video on this since they came out with the Cartel update, so we'll have some new content. I will also include a lot of my other style of videos in this where I will give out some tutorial lessons. I'll do some tips and tricks and things like that I've learned. I've played through this probably about a dozen or so times, in all honesty, to endgame. I usually get pretty bored towards the end of the game. Just the endless grind of producing and then trying to sell off all your products and everything gets to be a little bit much, but this time around we'll go ahead and we'll make it all the way to the mansion. If the Shroom update isn't out already, then we'll just continue to grind out like the 10 million for the final achievement, and then hopefully by that point in time the Shrooms update is out and we can go ahead and cover that as well. And we're going to go ahead and just we'll do Grampire. That's what this will be. It's going to be our empire. The Empire of Gramps. We also get to kind of check out a couple of cool other things in here, like the spray cans and all that stuff. You're a small-time drug dealer from the south. In a fresh town with no cash, no product, and no contacts. You only know one way to make money. Time to get to work. Slanging that yayo. Actually, it'll be really low-end pot to start with, but eventually we'll be Scarface. Nice Winnebago. Loving it. I'm really excited for the new Shrooms update, I'm not gonna lie. I've been getting the itch to play through this game again. I had a lot of fun the first time through. Had a couple of pretty good streams. Have a handful of videos already up on how to do like some of the production levels things, like maximizing your output for the warehouse and the barn and things like that. We'll end up covering a lot of that again in this series when we go through. Plus there might be some new stuff that we haven't actually gotten around to yet. Let's see, we'll be male. We're gonna be, yeah, we'll do skinny as bones. Let's see, next one, we'll do a Buzz. Gotta go gray, of course. And I kind of like the smug look. Agitated, though, isn't too bad. Let's go with the smug. I like that one the most. We'll get the goatee on. And a bunch of wrinkles. We're old as fuck, boys. Eyeball. Of course, I mean, bloodshot is all hell. Pupil dilation, gonna be tiny as fuck. And wide open fucking eyes. Crackhead eyes. We are tweaking all the time. Nah, we're going super bushy. Yeah, there we go. Now we look like we're pissed all the time. Let's do that. T-shirt. Nah, we'll go t-shirt. Let's rock a white tee. We'll do some cargo pants. I'm gonna go solid black for those. And we'll do sneakers. I think the white looks better. Let's do the white. Perfect. Gramps has been born. Open your phone. Alright, got a message. Unknown. I've heard you're in some trouble. Best not to talk over your mobile phone. Go find a payphone. That would be Uncle Nelson. So we skipped the intro just because we've already done it before. And I'm sure almost everybody that's going to be watching this is also familiar with it. But in the very beginning, in case you haven't already seen, you're on like this little farmstead with your Uncle Nelson. And you run into town to get some supplies and stuff like that for him. And then when you come back, your house gets raided. You manage to escape in the RV, hence the intro video we just watched where we arrive here, but your uncle is arrested. So he is actually messaging you from prison right now, and you just came to this new area, Highland, where we are now, and you're basically just getting yourself established. He's going to go ahead and give us some assistance via the payphone with some direction, basically just the main quest line. And then other than that, we pretty much just get to do what we please. So let's go ahead and talk to him. Goddamn, good to hear your voice, buddy. Looks like our luck finally ran out. Well, by our luck, you mean yours, but the feds have got me locked up while I wait for trial. Glad to hear you managed to slip out, though. Back before I moved to Serena Flats, I used to live out there in Highland Point. Not the nicest town around, but plenty of opportunity for someone in your line of work. If memory serves, I've got some cash stashed out there. It ain't much, but it'll be enough to get you back on your feet. You can find it stashed near the town hall fountain in the canal and behind the supermarket. Go grab it, head back to the RV, and we'll go from there. So the first drops are pretty much right around the beginning here. We'll get one down in here, and then there's a fountain one, and I think there's one like right next to the casino. 80 whopping dollars. Holy shit. We've made it, boys. We don't even need to produce any drugs. Alright. We're going to have some words later. This should be the last one. Nice. Alright. Now we can head back to the RV. It's going to blow up. Now, usually what I would suggest doing is emptying everything out of the RV first, but I kind of wanted to do this playthrough like as intended, and you wouldn't know ahead of time. So just a reference in case you decide you want to play through this yourself and you want the advantage. If you don't come and collect those 3 drops, your RV won't blow up. So you can actually take the time to finish growing those pot plants in there, grab the little grow tents and everything else and take it with you. Plus you'll have a little bit of bud to sell right away. Since we did it the appropriate way, we don't have any of the pot plants or anything like that, so we'll be starting from scratch, which is how it's intended. So, welcome to Highland Point. This is our territory. Don't interfere. TB. It's a pretty nice little fancy B down there, too. So that is the local cartel. Now, originally, before the last update, that was basically the only interaction you had with them. They just blew up your RV. It's like, yeah, don't mess around. And then they would never show up again. However, with the new update, now they're going to actually interfere with us. At some point, we will get a quest to either join with them, where we produce a mass quantity of a specific drug, and then we give it to them for a discount, which it's a good way to make a chunk of cash, but now you're producing a bunch of product that you could have sold yourself for a much higher quality, or quantity, sorry. So instead of doing that, we're going to go ahead and just reject them, and we're going to go to war with them right away. Well, shit, that's not ideal. There's a powerful cartel in town, the Benzies family. I figured they'd eventually be a problem, but I didn't think they'd find you this quickly. Looks like you're going to need somewhere low-key to stay for a while. Head over to the motel and ask about getting a room. After that, you'll be needing some new equipment. There's a hardware store just northeast of the motel. Grab a grow tent, soil, and watering can. Now, one more little pointer here. If you do actually grab everything from the RV, you will still need to do these steps here. So even though I might have a watering can, I might have the snippers, I might have the packaging station and grow tents, none of that matters for the quest. The quest line basically is going to assume you did this the appropriate way and did not take those. So you'll still have to buy them and everything else. I'd like to rent a room. $75 a week. Alright. You're in room 1, closest to the office. Perfect. Now you can smell all my drug production as I get going. So I did actually take the watering can and the trimmers because I hadn't fully decided yet when we started if I was going to take the advantageous start or do the intended way. But it won't matter anyways. Like I said, we'll have to end up buying the stuff. Oh, speaking of which, I don't want to buy these quite yet. Just in case the quest requires you to have this step done, I don't want to buy them, come back here, and then realize that we ended up accidentally forcing ourselves to buy them a second time. So we'll come in here first. Now we'll go back to the hardware store. Cheap, $800 room for sale. For sale, that is actually pretty cheap, yeah, 800 bucks. This isn't exactly a metropolis, though, if you know what I mean. What can I do for you? I would like to purchase a grow tent and some soil so I can get... Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to deposit some money first. Anytime you buy from a store in the game, it will come out of your ATM balance. You will get mostly cash, for obvious reasons, as you are selling drugs. So you will have to make regular deposits into the ATM to make the money that you make the cash spendable at these store locations. So now that we deposited that, we were able to make this transaction. I'm Dan. I run this here hardware store. What line of work you in? We're just going to tell him we're a drug dealer. Haha, good one, partner. Tell you what, take some speed grow on the house. The marijuana plants will love it. He totally thinks we're kidding, but we aren't. On the plus side, he did give us a nice little speed grow, so that's cool. Now we're going to come up here, set this stuff up, and then Nelson's going to give us a supplier where we can order some seeds to grow our first batch of pot from. So, let's set you down here. Go ahead and pour our soil in. There. Now, we'll talk to Uncle Nelson. You're almost ready to go, but you're missing one key ingredient, weed seeds. You'll need to speak to a supplier to get your hands on some seeds. I've passed your number on to Albert Hoover, the local weed supplier. Send him a message and request a dead drop. I vouched for you so you won't have to pay up front. Your order will go on a tab which you can pay off in the future. Alright. Albert's already messaged us. Hello, our mutual friend has asked me to help you acquire some marijuana seeds. Send me a message if you'd like to order some. Nelson has put in a good word for you, so I'll provide you a tab which you can pay off later. I need to order a dead drop. And I would like to order as many seeds as you will allow me to, which is going to be 9. And you can tell by your order limit here, this is the maximum amount he'll let you get at a time. This will go up each time you order and pay it off. Right now, our order total is 270, so the maximum we can actually buy is that. Of course, cops had to walk by, so now they're going to search my pockets, but I have nothing on me, so let them do it. Believe me, I'll be a bigger problem later. Now, continuing on what we were saying, our maximum right now order total is 270, our order limit is 275, so because these cost 30 apiece, that would put us at 300, which is over, hence why we can only do the 9. So we'll go ahead and place that order. He'll get that packaged up and he will leave it in a dead drop location for us, where we will be able to go pick it up, and then we can come back and plant them. Now what we are going to do is see how much more we can get as far as grow tents and soil is concerned, so we can plant more than one seed at a time. I think we can only afford one more. Yep, that'll put us at 110, so that cuts us down. We also are going to need a packaging station at some point, but we'll be able to do that here in a bit. Actually, you know what? I don't remember if we get anything, so we're going to wait. We're just going to follow the exact quest line. I don't want to get too far ahead and then realize that we kind of soft-locked ourselves because I ended up spending all our money right away. We're going to need a packaging station, but it's going to cost 100. So, since we only have 190 right now, and that is it, unless I feel like recycling a bunch of trash, which I guess we could do while we're waiting anyways, we don't have the extra money. But if we do this and make enough, we could, in theory, still buy the packaging station and one more grow tent. Since we have quite a bit of time to burn, we might as well. This is a lot easier when you have the trash collector thing, but for now, this is all we can do. We'll help clean up the neighborhood. That's how we get a good reputation when we first move into town. I mean, we showed up and we had our RV exploded basically immediately, so people might be a little sketched out by us at the moment. There we go. There's a lot of trash over here, thankfully. We should get a solid amount out of this. I think in total we would need... What was the... Can't remember how much the soil costed. Was it 10? If it's 10, then we need another 110 exact... Not 110. Another 20 only. So we can definitely get it. Hey, hey. Hopefully it's not too late. We can still get back down to the supply store quick. Nope, he's still in there. We're good. Once it becomes nighttime, the stores will close up shop, so we won't be able to get in here, with the exception of the gas stations, which are 24/7, so we can do that, of course. Shit. Sorry, dude. I forgot to deposit. Aha! We got exactly enough now. Oh, my bad. Woo! Just scraping by. Now, of course, you can always do that with more trash, too, if you need extra money. Just run around and collect it. It's not a bad idea in the beginning of the game when you are super strapped for cash, but basically as soon as you harvest your first set of pot plants, you likely won't really need to do that anymore. Alright, now we have 2 ready to go. We still have an hour of in-game time to wait, unfortunately, but that's alright. I can refill this guy, make sure that's all topped off. Let's place our packaging station right here for now. I'm going to go ahead and dump... Oh, I can't do it yet. Okay. I was hoping I could just add the speed grow right now, so as soon as we get the seeds, one of them would be ready. But you can't put it in until you have a seed planted, so we will have to wait the remaining 20 minutes or so. Then we'll go ahead and get our seeds, get that planted, and we'll get our first batch of pot going. Move it on up from the RV. Not gonna lie though, this place is a step down from a little farmstead place that we had. Won't be long. We'll be in a fancy mansion before we know it. Drop is ready. Grab it on the north exterior wall of the arcade, which should be down here. Yes. I don't get this drop location very often. It's on this side, yeah. There we go. There we go. Got our first 9 seeds. Let's get planting, boys. Peter, I'm going to kick your ass soon. Just a forewarning. Alright. First 2 seeds have been planted. Let's go ahead and add our speed grow to this one for now. We probably won't be using a lot of speed grow and stuff for a little while, but at least this first free one is kind of nice, just to give us a little jump start. Very nice. Alright. Fill up our trash quick. Oh, we can't do that. Perfect. Now we need to buy a trash bag from the hardware store and 10 baggies. We can wait for that to finish, and I guess while we do, we might as well recycle a little bit more. We are fairly broke at the moment, so every dollar counts. Soon as we start selling those buds off, though, we'll be fine. This was another reason why I wanted to do the intended method for the start, just because it's a little bit slower paced. If you jump right in and you already have the grow plants and everything, you can actually wait until those first 2 crops finish growing, snip them, package them right there in the RV, take the packager, the 2 grow tents, your watering can, all of that stuff. So as soon as you get here to the motel, you'll be significantly further ahead than where we are right now. And you'll already have bagged maybe, I don't think it's quite a full stack of 20, but it's probably like 14 or 15 individual buds that you could have sold. So you'd have made a pretty good chunk of cash already. You'd be able to afford quite a bit more. So if you go that method, you will have an easier start. But for this way, as you can see, it's a little bit tighter. Of course, we could also just be lazy and stand in the motel until the plant is done, but I figured why not take advantage of the free time we have and make a couple extra bucks. Would be kind of cool if in the future you were able to invest in this town to improve some of the things, like clean this thing up, fill it up again, get maybe like upgrade your businesses like the taco tickler and stuff, allow you to be able to launder money a little bit quicker too. 81%. Pretty close. Another like 15 bucks probably. Wow. Wow. No way. Holy shit. I can tell the future. I literally can't believe that just happened. That was actually pretty fucking... That was clutch, man. That was awesome. 89. God, this is slow. Just feels that way because it's like watching paint dry, but we're getting there. We're not going to be able to sell any of these until we buy some baggies, but I'd like to get them ready. That way we can run down and buy some right away tomorrow. See if we can't squeeze out just a little bit more money. I can't remember how much the bags cost. If it's 10 or 20. So we'll go ahead and just... It might be 1 a piece, so a stack is 20. So let's squeeze out like an extra 5 bucks. Or 3 bucks. We only need 3. These streets are starting to look kind of clean. Isn't there a recycle bin over here anywhere? No. Alright, we'll go back. Shouldn't take too many pieces for 3 bucks. We'll grab this and that can or whatever that was, and then we'll check it out, see if that was enough. It's a Red Bull. What do we got? Hey, that was plenty. Are you done? Hell yeah, there it is. Trying to use it like the automatic trimmers because I'm so used to them, but we don't have those yet, so it doesn't quite work that way. I don't know what happened to that leaf. Where'd it go? Fucking magician here, man. Alright. That one's going to take a decent amount of time left. So let's go ahead and just sleep for the night. It's not like we're waiting on any deals or anything to get done, so. 105 XP. Woo! Boy, what a chunk. There we go. Alright. Now we're talking. I don't know why I'm doing this, because at some point we're going to have so many leaves and seed vials and things laying around, it's going to be ridiculous, but... So we need 16 baggies. I also need to deposit this money, or it won't let me spend it. We're going to deposit all 22 bucks. Living large. I need to give you all of the money I have. Thank you, sir. Here, I'll close your door, just to be polite. Package at least 3 weed. Oh yeah, we're going to package 16 weed, son. We're going to go make some money. Probably not a lot, because we have to give out some free samples to meet some people, but... Again, I tried to do the automatic packager too, because I'm so used to that. Alright. 1 badge done. Now, the reason these two were different qualities, excuse me, was because we use the quick row, which reduces the quality of one. So we have some poor quality and then some standard quality right now. The quality itself doesn't matter a whole lot other than getting new customers. So, like, when we get to endgame, we'll probably be making, like, the highest quality of cocaine just because there's really no reason to not. You'll be able to produce enough to sell to everybody anyways. But all it's going to do is give you a money bonus. So if you sell a higher quality than what they're asking for, you'll get a little bonus for every transaction you make. That is new in the updates. Before that, the quality really didn't make any difference. Once you got a customer, you no longer had to have any quality. You could just sell them dirt weed. And if you personally sold it to them, they might give you a hard time about it. I'm not sure if that was part of the newest update or if that actually mattered at all, but outside of that, your dealers can sell like the dirtiest weed in the world to the highest quality customers once you've already unlocked them. So it doesn't make a difference if you don't need the money. you can just mass produce the worst quality. We should just see who we have open right now. I know we can probably sell to Jesse, Austin, Kyle. Oh, we actually have a fair chunk there. Jesse's probably already out and about. Most of these guys... Oh, never mind. You're already home. Hey, you want to buy some? 92. Let's just stick with the highest percentiles for now, because we kind of need as much cash as we can get. I don't want to get turned down by anybody. Oh, sorry, Benj. He's going to be our dealer at some point, just not yet. What's up, buddy? You want to buy something? Ooh, you don't like that at all. 80%? Well, just one. Thank you, sir. I just need to make any money right now. Where you at, Donna? We can sell to our landlord, but she's not home right now. This guy should also buy some. You want to buy some? How about 5? No? How about 4? Whoa! Huge. Massive sale. We just doubled our money with that one sale. Alright, so now let's deposit this. Now we can run back to the hardware store. We'll buy some trash bags so we can get that quest out of our way. And then we can list our drugs, right now just the OG Kush, in our cell phone app, which then tells our customers, the ones that we have unlocked, that we have it available. Then they can text message us and request a sale instead of us having to go find them. So baggies, we're going to buy another stack of 20. We're going to buy a trash bag, and then we're going to grab the trash grabber, because that's pretty essential. 1 large storage. That puts us at 101, so we can buy another grow tent and 3 soil. Let's do that, and we'll have to drop some stuff off, come back down here and grab the rest of it, because I'm kind of carrying a lot on me at the moment. Now we're moving up, though. We'll be able to plant 3 instead of 2 plants. Let's go ahead and bag this garbage so we can get this out of the way. We can also see how much exactly 1 bag of garbage is worth, because I don't know. Wow, 13 bucks actually. Holy shit. I don't usually keep garbage cans. I put them on a shelf somewhere and then you just kind of forget about them because it's not really essential. Now that we have the trash grabber, you'll see what I mean in just a second when we use it. Alright, I deposited that stuff. So this thing now, when we run around, if we want to recycle, you literally just tap E-Quick on any garbage and it'll just scoop it right up for you. And then once this bin is full, we can dump the entire bin into these recycle bins for the cash. Significantly quicker. You can grab a lot at a time instead of having to do literally 1 piece, bring it over there, drop it. Let's go ahead and finish this. I just want to see how much 1 bin's worth is compared to that garbage bag. 95%. So we need 1 piece of trash. There we go. Boom. Alright. Then you just empty this thing into there. Look at that. Basically the same, if not a little bit better than a bag of garbage. And you don't have to have a garbage can taking up space anywhere. You can take this with you everywhere. And I can use it to clean up trash as I'm running around. I get a bit of it, like, addicted to this at times. You'll see me just randomly collecting trash for no reason, but I have to do it. I don't know why we came back inside. We already bought it. Alright, now, let's go finish getting this set up. We'll plant the rest of our seeds, and then we're going to try to make enough sales to pay back our distributor, the guy that sold us our seeds, Albert. And then we can order another batch, so we have backup seeds already ready to go. I forget how tedious the very start of the game is when you're doing all this manually. I don't really like the soil filler thing, the automated one you can buy from the hardware store. I kind of prefer just doing it manually like this until we get employees. But you can do that. There's a watering station and a soil station that you can purchase from the hardware store that'll automate both processes. So you basically just pour the soil into the feeder, and then when this gets emptied out, you just walk over, click on it quick, and it just automatically fills it. And the watering station does the same thing. You just run over, click on it, auto waters each of your plants for you. That one is pretty useful. The soil one I find is about as tedious as just dumping it in anyways, so I usually skip that. But once we get employees unlocked, none of that will matter as they'll do all that themselves. Let's go ahead and get these planted, and then we're going to go out and try to make a couple more sales if we can. We haven't talked to Austin. We haven't talked to Kyle. I think there was... we haven't talked to Peter yet. And there might even be one more person that we haven't gotten a sale from. I also forgot to put down this large storage shelf for us. This motel room here comes with that medium one that we have, which is fine to start with, but you will quickly realize that space is extremely important, and you have very limited amounts here, so the large storage racks are just a better option. That's kind of in the way, but we can still squeeze in, so it's fine for now. Clean those guys up, and let's go see if we can't find some of these other folks. Kyle is very easy. He's always here in the Taco Ticklers working. Nope. Alright. That sucks. Being rejected by Kyle kind of hurts, I'm not gonna lie. My soul. Charles here. Nope, can't sell to him yet. I'm gonna start calling him Moist Critical. I don't think I can sell to Keith yet either. Nope. Already sold to him. Who else do we have open right now besides Peter? Do we even have Peter open? No. Okay. I've got Sam, Kathy, and Austin. And then Jesse, who we already sold to. I don't have you open yet, do I, Donna? But I can give you a sample. 87% chance. And you already... oh, you didn't... 80. Nice. So we just got Donna unlocked. Made another sale there to Sam. Who else were we looking for? Austin we should be able to find pretty easy. I don't know where Kathy usually hangs out though, so we'll have to keep an eye open for Kathy. What's up, buddy? You want to buy some? You'll buy 2 of them, huh? Nice. Attaboy. Kathy. Will you take a sample? You will. Nice. Now we can get Peter unlocked. Nice. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Just stay down. It's good for your health. I told you to stay down. Alright. Well, our job is done. I should also go grab the baseball bat just to make that a little easier in the future, but sometimes you just gotta kick the shit out of somebody with your fisticuffs, you know? None of your connects are open yet. I don't think... oh, no, never mind. Wrong person. Where the hell does Kathy hang out, man? I am confused. Did we sell to Jesse yesterday? Or was that... yeah. It was today. No, never mind. I was fairly certain she was going to turn us down. Well, she bought all we have, so we are now out. I didn't even bother to list the OG Kush yet for sale in the app because I figured we'd sell it all, and we did. But once we harvest these 3 plants, we'll have enough left over. Then we can start doing that. Pretty solid day. Not bad at all. I'm actually going to see if we don't have enough time to quickly deposit this and sneak out 1 more grow tent and soil. Just seems like this is the most efficient way to get the start moving a little quicker. I need another grow tent, another soil. Actually, we can do 2 more. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Pretty solid, actually. Gonna be up to 5 grow tents already. We can actually, in theory, even afford 1 more, but I don't know if we'll have space for all of this in here yet. Let's move everything off of this medium shelf so we can get rid of it. And bummer, I don't have enough space for that though. Garbage can, why don't we put you here for just a second. Grab this, that. Put that there. I'm going to get rid of this TV. Son of a bitch. There's not enough space here. I want to move this up to behind the door. There. Okay, now let's put this stuff down. Get rid of this guy. You in there. Okay, we're going to take that out. We'll keep the water and the soil for now. We actually did have enough, but it's too late now. I say we had enough space to actually put down another one. We can fit like maybe 3, but it might be a little tight for that spot then. At least 2 more though. And now our cash tomorrow, once we set up these other 2 ones, are going to have to go back to Albert because we're going to use the rest of our seeds. And we'll have to have paid him off before he allows us to get more seeds. I actually let go of the mouse there because for some reason I thought we were done 1 short. There we go. Alright, let's drop these 2 off. And I suppose, yeah, we might as well sleep. Those plants will finish up, the ones that are ready, or close to it at least. We can snip them right away, package them, and head out to sell. We just got our first level up. Street Rat rank 2. Whoop-de-doo. Alright, let's grab our snippers. The last 2 of those. Oh wait, actually we don't need those yet because we don't have any soil left. I am going to fill this quick, though. Boy, this is pretty good production already. For this only being like day 2, is it? Well, 2 days of sleep, I guess, so technically day 3. Very nice. Gonna try to keep this hotel at least somewhat clean for now. We're not gonna hang out here a whole lot longer anyways, but while we're here I don't want to have to live in filth. Give me money! 33 bucks, god damn. Don't ever let anyone tell you recycling is not worth it. And we have 2 full stacks of bud now. So we're going to go ahead and turn this on in our cell phone app to let our customers know that we have. We'll go ahead and still run around and try to make some sales manually just because we can use the cash. And if we can make enough, we'll pay Albert off, order our next set of seeds, and then we'll go back to the hardware store and we'll buy the next planters. Because we're going to have a fair amount of cash for soil and stuff as well. I'd like to get enough soil to do 2 full circles, or cycles. And we've got, what is it, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have like 6, 7, maybe 8 planters going. Which means we'll need 16 total soil. I gotta go buy some more bags. Can't sell to you yet. Nope. Alright. Still can't sell to you either. Oh, I can give you a free one now, though. Only 63%, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Hey, hey! Thanks, Peggy. RNG is on our side. 20 baggies. Excuse me. Very nice. Definitely going to need to make some cash today. Pretty slick, though. Only 3 days in, and we've already got couple of stacks of product. We've already sold most of a stack. I'm not 100% sure if it is fixed yet. I'm assuming it is, but I should have actually looked this up just to be positive so I could have said for sure. Originally, when the Cartel update was introduced, people had run into an issue where if you had expanded too quickly in the start, like gone out and met all your customers and everything, you would kind of soft lock yourself, since there is a war, basically, between you and the Cartel. You have to lower their influence in the neighborhoods that you are dealing in. And doing so, you can basically find new customers. You can do graffiti spray paint and all that to lower it. But you have to lower it to a certain point in order to unlock the next neighborhood and set of customers that you can get. Well, the people that had fully unlocked like every single one of their customers in the first area or the second area had realized that if you do it before the influence, the quest line, you might accidentally get yourself to a point where you cannot reduce their influence enough. So I'm not going to go and try to get every single customer unlocked right away, just in case. I do feel like it was fixed. I'll have to look it up. If it is for sure, I will include it in the description for this video, or at least make a comment for it. But that's one thing just to look out for. If you happen to not notice anything in the comment section, assume that when I looked it up, it is not 100% fixed yet, and you should just be wary of that. I don't know why we're doing this. I have drugs to sell. I'm out here cleaning trash out of the street. No, you don't want to buy anything? That's okay. Donna, are you still home? Nope. Son of a gun. I don't think I can sell to you yet, right? Nope. Ooh. Nope. Son of a gun. None of these guys yet. That's alright. How many do you want, Jesse? 4? That's good with me. What about Kyle? Kyle, you want any today? You told me no yesterday, so you have to. Nice. He bought 3. That is enough, actually, to pay off Albert. Pretty sure. So let's go ahead and drop that off. Each one of your suppliers will have their own drop box that they use for cash collection. Albert's will be right here behind the hardware store. And he needs 270. You can put more than what is requested in here, and he will just take what's needed. So if we just put the 2 or the 3 stacks in there, he'll leave the extra 29 for us. Now we've paid him off, I can go ahead and actually order another dead drop. This time we should be able to order all 10. You'll notice that our order limit now is up to $2.99. Unfortunately, that means we cannot actually order the 10 because it's $1 more than that. So after this order, once we pay him back, we'll be able to do 10. Not bad though. 9 more seeds will get us by for now. I do need to see if I can't find like Peter, or I suppose we could go sell to what's his face at the pawn shop. I can't. Oh, I can interest. I don't want to do Ludwig quite yet, just in case. I don't know exactly when the Cartel comes into play. The quest line starts. If we end up making a bunch of cash, or like I move over to the apartment and they haven't started yet, then maybe we'll think about trying to squeeze out 1 or 2 more clients. But like I said, for now I'm going to try to leave as many open as possible so it'll be easier for us to reduce the Cartel's influence. Want to buy some? No? Son of a gun. I need that baseball bat so we can start teaching people lessons. Just buy my drugs. Don't tell me no. You want to buy something, Austin? Figured you would. Nice. Thanks, man. Making that money. Alright, let's go ahead and deposit all of this. That lets us get 2 more planters. But that will leave us shy on our soil. So let's just buy 1 more so we can get all the soil we need. We were going to have 8 if we got 3, so this is actually 6. So can we afford? We can. Very nice. That's enough soil now for us to do 2 cycles worth of growing, which is a lot of product. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to do this. List for sale. You can do up to 1.6 times what the asking price was for your customer base. So at 38, I always usually just try to do 1.5 times, so like just 50% more, which would be 19. That'd put us at 57. Well, I'll just do 55 just to keep us a little bit under. Quick and easy, listed for sale. So now we will randomly get text messages from customers that want to buy it, and we'll actually be able to sell it for a little bit more than we have been so far. Let's get all of our soil filled back in, get our plants going, while we wait for any customers that we did not already get today. Our next goal will be kind of just stockpiling some bud and getting $800 so we can go and buy the apartment and move into that. The quicker you can get out of here, the better, just because the space in this room is so limited. Even the apartment has like twice as much room to use. We'll be able to get like probably 12 or 14 of these planters going in the apartment easy. At the moment, that's probably a bit of excessive. We don't really have that many customers to sell to, but as soon as we get the cartel thing going, we'll be significantly increasing our customer base. So then we'll need a lot more than what we're currently selling. Another 21 bucks too. Not too shabby. There we go. First sale. Kathy. Sure thing. I'll come and meet you at night. Another little tip here, if you really want to squeeze out every dollar, if you do all of your sales at late night, the time will stop and you'll actually get a little bonus sale, or bonus to your sale, I should say, for doing this sale that late after curfew, basically. So that's totally up to you. I don't think it gives you experience bonus, although I may be mistaken on that. I've just never noticed it if that's the case. But it does give you the extra money. So if you are trying to squeeze out every dollar, that's the best way to do it. You can set up every single one of your deals for late night, and they will never expire. The clock will not go past 4 in the morning, 4 a.m., until you sleep. So that is an option if it's something you're really looking to do. At some point in time, we may do that just so I have more time during the day to help our production if we're doing mixes or whatever else. But for now, the extra 20 bucks or whatever for a sale is not really going to kill us. I'd rather just get as many sales done as we can. Albert, our dead drop is ready. 17 minutes. Do we see her coming anywhere? I could run and go grab our dead drop while we're waiting. I don't see her yet, so let's just do that. By the time we get back, she should be there. This is pretty close anyways. It's just up here in this alley. Excuse me, Popo. There we go. Did I already sell to you today, Austin? Yeah, okay. Can't remember. There she is. Hey, good timing. Our first completed deal via the cell phone. I don't know if we'll get any more today or not. I know we've sold to a few people already that would have probably messaged us. So we might have to wait till tomorrow, but that's alright. We can do the rest of this while we're waiting anyways. If nobody hits us up by the time we finish all this, we'll just sleep for the night, just to speed it up a bit. Not too bad. We actually have 5 more seeds left too, so we almost have enough for another full cycle. Oh, I didn't grab the watering can. Boy, it's so much nicer when you have employees doing all this. So much manual labor at the start of this game. It's ridiculous. Literally unplayable. Oh, my bad. That was a terrible pour. Alright, let's clean up this trash. And since nobody else has hit us up yet, we're probably just going to sleep then. Oh, see? Spoke too soon. There's Donna right there. Sure, I'll just come meet you literally right this second, because I'd rather just make the sale. She probably won't buy quite enough for us to fully pay back Albert, but it'll be pretty close. Which is good, because we'll be using the last of our seeds, and that'll let us order another dead drop from him. That was actually enough. I did not expect her to buy multiple, so that was kind of nice. So we'll just put all of it in there again, and boom, we get our change back. And I'm actually not going to be changing our strains, I don't think. I think we're just going to stick with OG Kush, and we're just going to get into mixing as soon as we can. You can grow every single one if you want. Certain people like different things, like qualities from the weeds. So, like OG Kush has a calming effect, you'll see right there. Right underneath standard marijuana, it just says calming. That's the effect list. You can have up to 8 effects on a product at a time. Some are good, some are bad. Most of the basic ones on here aren't too crazy. It'll be like energizing or calming or sedating or something like that. Certain one of your customers might like those effects more than the others, so it's easier to get them to accept it. But outside of that, if you're going to be mixing strains, it won't really matter. And this being the cheapest just means that we'll be able to get more seeds for less money, and we can mix it and still make a good profit. So we're just going to stick to it like that. And our order limit now, as you can see, is at 324. So that is pretty nice, considering we can now order 10 at a time. And now, since we haven't gotten anybody else to hit us up, we've managed to make all our money. We've gotten our seeds ordered. We're just going to sleep. I am going to drop this off and grab that, because most likely, when we wake up, all of our plants will be ready for harvest. We made 686 bucks. Damn. Oh, we might have just squeezed out 2 levels. Ooh, so damn close. Now we can get jars, PGR, and speed grow. So jars are great. They're basically bags, but times 5. So we can put 5 units in 1 jar. At this early in the game, they're not super useful, just because none of your customers are probably going to be buying 5 of a product. And you cannot take individual product from a jar. So if I put 5 in there, I have to sell it as 5 units. I can't do 1 out of that jar. But your dealers can. So as soon as you unlock Benji, I would suggest using the jars over bags for anything you're going to give to him. That way he can hold more in his limited inventory space, and he can still make individual deals by pulling one of those units from a jar. So it works fine for them. Once you get to a little bit further in the game, your clientele will probably be buying multiple. If you're mixing, however, the price of your good will determine how many units will be purchased from a person at a time. The more expensive, the less units they'll be able to afford. So you may never actually be selling 5 units of your products if you're mixing right away. That said, again, the jars are basically mostly just for your dealers. A little bit later on, you'll also be able to make bricks, and same thing goes for them. You will never sell 20 units of any product to a customer, most likely, so you will never need a brick for yourself. But your dealers can also break individual units off of the brick. So 1 brick is 20 units. It only takes up 1 space in an inventory. Very efficient way to give your dealers a mass quantity to sell. There. I'm not even going to bother to plant quite yet. I'm going to go grab our dead drop first. That way we can plant all of our seeds at the same time. Otherwise we'll be short 1. So let's go ahead and drop this guy off, that guy off. I'm going to put one of these there. Drop the other here. Oh, I can't. Gotta grab those bags first. And we're going to also go buy 36 more bags as well while we're picking up our dead drop here. Oh boy, that's awesome. I almost never get that dead drop. Could not ask for a better one. Peter, stop. I want to sell you drugs and then punch you in the face. Oh, he's going to buy 4. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Alright. Well, perfect way to start my day, not going to lie. Hey, Jesse. No, you're not going to buy anything yet? She will message us in the middle of the night and then want to meet up at like fucking 3 a.m. or some shit to buy like 5 units. She buys a ton, but she has a very out of whack schedule, which I guess makes sense for somebody who's addicted to drugs. Baggies. I don't have enough cash in the ATM. Let's make a deposit. Thank you. You can withdraw money at any given time. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is you can only deposit up to 10,000 every week. So you'll have to keep an eye on that. That will also come into play a lot more later when we're starting to try to spend a large quantity from our deposits in order to not draw the attention of like the IRS. You know, pretty much can't be depositing massive amounts of cash every day. 40 baggies. And let's get some long life. Oh no, I can't really afford that yet. We'll just buy some more of this. We're going to buy 6 more soil. Good enough. We also have 2 people looking for deals. We're going to do that this afternoon. We can get them done first thing. And we're going to go drop off this stuff, plant our seeds. By that point in time, it should be ready to make our deal with Austin and Kyle. Alright, so first things first. I don't know why I thought I was going to be able to drop that off when I knew the shelf was full, but that's alright. Sometimes my brain just doesn't work. Very nice. Oops. Getting a little too loose here. Much better. And I had exactly enough space to store that too. Very nice. Now that we've unlocked PGR and Speed Grow, you could in theory be using both of those for this. So PGR basically just increases the amount that you will harvest at a time. And the Speed Grow obviously does exactly that, just makes it grow fast. However, they both lower the quality. And like I had mentioned earlier, obviously the quality is not a huge dealio, but it is an extra expense, and you're not going to get very much more product for the OG Kush buds, especially. And with this current setup that we're using. So when you get a better grow tent, basically, it's not the same thing. It's not actually called a grow tent. You'll get racks, suspension racks. And using that and some better pots and lighting, you'll actually be able to get more of a product anyways. And then using PGR can further increase that to where you can get like 50% more per plant that you do. That's very useful, especially when you're talking about like cocaine, where the grow process and the curing and everything takes a long time. That just makes each cycle a little bit more worthwhile. For right now, again, it's kind of an expenditure and we don't really have a lot of spending cash, so I'm not going to bother with it at the moment. We might have to go get a secondary shelf here, though, pretty quick. We do have the medium shelf, though, so what I might do is set that one up and just use that to store our excess bud for now. I don't want to stop planting. I want to keep growing as much as possible all the time, so as soon as we get our dealer open, we can load him up right away, and we don't have to worry about waiting around while we have plants growing until we can harvest, just to make a sale kind of a thing. Supply and demand, you know what I mean? Drop that in there. Take out this stack here and that shelf. I don't know where we're going to squeeze this in at. I guess we could just put it right there for now. We can fit just fine. We can also get rid of the lamp next to our bed. We don't really need it, but I'm also, like I said, we're not going to stay here very long. As soon as we get the 800 put up, we're taking the apartment. We'll move everything from here over there. We're going to have to hurry up and go make our sales here pretty quick, too. When you have more of the map open, you'll be more familiar by that point anyway, so it won't really matter as much, but your time is of the essence. You can travel quite a long distance using the skateboard in a short amount of time, but your sales may be all over the map. Right now, we only have this little neighborhood that we're in, so all of our sales are like a 5-minute walk, basically, from the motel. Not really creating a sense of urgency to make the sales. There's your OG Kush, buddy. Here's your OG Kush. Thanks, folks. Appreciate it. We have now made our third sale, and Nelson is calling us on the payphone again. You finished a few deals and made some decent cash, but if you're looking to make some real money, you need to expand your operations. More product and more customers. The best way to gain new customers is to give a free sample to a friend of an existing customer. You can view all potential customers on your map, grab some weed and give them a free sample. With a bit of luck, they'll agree to become a customer. To keep up with more customers, you'll need more product. The motel room isn't going to cut it for much longer. Time for an upgrade. There's a cheap room for sale above the Chinese restaurant just north of your motel room. Save $800, then go ask about buying the room. One step ahead of you, man. One step ahead of you. And we do need one more customer, so we're going to go ahead and see who the nearest contact is that we would regularly run into. I'm going to say Ludwig is probably our biggest bet, because he's usually always hanging out in the same area, and I see him pretty much every day. So let's go get him for our 10th customer, and then we'll save the rest of them for the cartel. What's up, dude? You want to try this? It's pretty good. Not what you like? Yes, it is. Don't you dare tell me that. Next time, just smoke it and like it. Son of a gun. Can't believe you do this to me, Ludwig. Thought we were friends. Getting better equipped now. Get away from me. I hope Ludwig gets fired. I knocked him unconscious outside of his job. They're gonna come out and think he's sleeping. Did I sell to you guys already? Nope. You only buy like one at a time. No. God damn it, Donna. You know what? I don't care if you're my landlord. Buy my drugs. You gonna call the cops on me? What do you think this is? I don't get to do that. Go for a swim. Alright, I'm gonna drop that off. Let's just drop that. We don't need to be carrying 53 units. I purposely put this shelf here so I could store these. And then I didn't even use it. 77. Oh, we're very close to finishing this whole cycle too. And we have so much money. We're so close to the 800. 14 minutes. Let's go make these two deals quick. Maybe by the time we finish these and get back, the plants will be ready to be harvested. We're going to try to at least make it to the apartment before we wrap up for the first episode. Oh, shit. You don't even know what I was doing. Get away from me. Goddamn cops. Oh, shit. I missed him. He almost arrested me. Get out of here. Oh, you're going to tase me now? Oh, yeah? Just a little cool tip here. If you just want a quick spot to hang out, lose the cops, they cannot find you down here. So if you ever accidentally bump into them and you don't really feel like running around all over the map to lose them, just run down here quick. It's very easy. Just stand on this ledge. If you fall in the water, you just spawn right back on the pier where we came down. So it's not a big deal. And you don't lose anything. One thing to note, though, you do get experience when you get a wanted and then you lose the cops. So like right there, we just earned a small chunk. The two lower wanted levels really aren't worthwhile too much, like the regular wanted and the under arrest. But once you get to the wanted dead or alive, When you lose them, it's like 60 experience per time. And it does stack. It's a long process. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't even say that. I haven't tested that since some of the last updates, so that might not even be correct anymore. I might just be talking out of my ass. But beforehand, it would stack. What I would usually do is I would actually come down here, and you could just stand up here and crouch, and the cops will not come up this ramp for whatever reason. So I could use this as a spot to just consistently escape the cops. Whenever I'd start a new game and I really wanted to just kind of rush through the beginning, unlock like the apartment and get everything else going as fast as I could, that's a really good way to do it. Well, we got both of our sales done. We now have the 800. It might have to be in our account, though. I don't think we can buy this. Oh, wait, is it cash? It says cash, right? Oh, it doesn't say. I'd like to buy the room. It is cash. Beauty. There we go. So now we're not basically. Now we're back to broke, but we have upgraded our living conditions. So we're going to move everything from our motel room over there. We'll just have to wait till we harvest the rest of our crops. I'm going to put that bat in there for now so we can grab our snippers. Get all this done. Super nice that we managed to afford it right when these guys finished. You cannot take these pots if there is plants in them. So if you do this right after you plant, you will have to wait till they finish their growth cycle, harvest them, and then you can remove the grow tents here. Otherwise, it won't let you do it. That's also another thing to think about when you're moving employees. If you have employees that are still in the middle of growing something and you move them, they will leave at the end of that, whatever job they're like currently doing is done, go to the new location, and then whatever they were growing will still be left in its current condition. So if it's not done growing yet, and you go there to move the pots or something later, you will have to finish growing and collecting them before you can take any of the equipment. There. Alright, so first things first. Let's take that. I don't have any additional storage racks right now, so let's just take these guys. We'll have to have an empty inventory so we can hold everything on a storage rack and the rack itself and move it over here. If it wasn't quite as late as it was, I'd go buy another couple of large racks quick, but it is a little too late for that. There is one small one here, though. So, let's do you. God, that feels so much more efficient than using the entire motel room. I mean, it's just that little tiny nook has all 6 of them. This guy, I think we're going to sleep in the hotel room still, just so I can use more space here for growing and everything. I'm also going to get rid of this crappy little small one. And who would have known Jesse wants some drugs? Sure, I'll meet you in just a little bit. I want to finish loading some of this stuff up. I'm going to drop all this stuff off here too, so I have empty inventory. Back to the motel. Grab the rest of our shit. Alright. I don't really want to take the medium rack. I don't even want the one small rack that's in there right now. I just want large racks. So let's take all of this that we can. I'm going to put this TV here because I don't need that over there either. This will work out just fine, though. We can go back to the motel. We'll grab the very last of the things that we have. Put the small or the medium shelf back up, and we can put the TV back down. And we can use that for our sleep area. Large rack. I'm going to set you over here. And put all of our stuff here. I also don't need that garbage can here. So let's bring that back with us. And this one, because we also don't need this. Uh-oh. Almost jumped right in front of those cops. I did not realize they'd be coming around the corner at that exact moment. Talk about timing. That's alright, we just took the scenic route. Alright, let's take all of this. Let's put our TV back. I don't mind it being right where it was. That was a fine spot. We can put this over here. I'm going to put every garbage can we get in every location in this motel room. Why? I have no idea. Just because. We probably won't actually use that motel room for much of anything anyways later on. Sometimes I like to do like mixing in there or some other stuff, but I have a feeling our operation is going to be significantly larger than I normally do, and I won't really have the ability to use that small of a space for anything at that point. Sorry, I am broken. I did the wrong thing here. I wanted to grab that, put you there. Could take the last 4 bags we had in there as well, drop that in here. And we want to take 10 seeds, 7 soil, watering. We actually have enough to redo all of these quick. We have a lot of product banked already too, so we are in good shape. We'll be able to make a ton of sales. We have way more than enough product to recover the 800 we spent on this room. Now, with any luck, in next episode, because we'll be wrapping up here once we finish setting all this up, we'll be able to get Ludwig as our next customer, which gives us our 10 out of 10. And we can go ahead and, with any luck, get the cartel started. Go to war with them. Nobody else gets to be in my city selling drugs. When I'm done with this place, I will have every single person that lives here addicted. I mean, talking from the mayor to Kyle working at the taco ticklers, everybody. Even the town priests are going to be smoking my drugs. They'll be praising it like they praise their Lord. Alright, there we go. Let's water these sumbitches and we'll be good to go. This would be a lot quicker if the pattern wasn't random. Oh, missed it. I don't know if we're going to have enough water. Oh, son of a gun, we were so close. Oh, man. If I didn't suck so bad at this, we would have definitely made it, but that's alright. Can't be good at everything. Oh. Did I leave my garbage? No, I brought it. Okay. Clean this space up just a little bit. We'll go make our sale to Jesse quick. And then we can wrap it up. That'd be a good spot to call it for the night. We actually made really solid progress for the first episode. I was not expecting we'd get fully set up here in the apartment already. Now, if you would have taken everything from the RV, like I had mentioned earlier, you'd probably would have been here. I mean, at least by now, when I got here. Usually, it's a fairly significant difference in how quickly you can move if you already have your crops going right out the gate. By the time you move in the motel, if you already have buds packaged and ready to sell, you'll be a good jump ahead of where I was. 4 kush for you. Thanks, Jesse. Next time, hopefully, you'll just buy them when I ask you right away in the morning, so I don't have to come out here in the middle of the night, but that's okay. Not going to judge you for it. I do kind of want to organize this just a little bit, though. There we go. Alright, so, one more final tip here before we wrap up. You can save the game in a couple of different ways. Every night when you sleep, the game will save. If you would like to save during the day, these little things on the wall are how you do so. They're next to light switches, or in basically every one of your properties that you own, you'll have these 2 switches on the wall. A light switch or the save switch thing. If you click that, it will just automatically save for you. Or, when you sleep, you will wake up. Let's see what we ended up getting before we call it here. Street Rat 4, we've unlocked some new pots, new lights, long life soil, the electric plant trimmer, which is huge, and the pot sprinkler, so now we can have our watering automated. And there it is again. Game has saved. And that's it. We will wrap up here for today. So if you like this kind of content, please like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. I really do appreciate it. It helps out a lot. If you'd like to see more of this series, leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's something specific you wanted to see done. We'll be trying to cover a little bit of everything. But for now, I just appreciate it. You watching. I really hope you enjoyed. And until next time, I will see you all later.